March 6th, 2019, and what do I need to work on today?
I got exposed to a virus by 2 grandchildren, and then my hip is out. Something's not right in my hip.
Left hip, right hip?
Left, and it's my left foot and my left knee, all the way up.
Alright, let's see what we find. So the first thing we're going to do is allostatic. This is asking permission to work on you. Then we're going to reset you just like a computer. Breathe in and breathe out. This body needs awareness. Autonomic regulation is open. Try thumb and pinky together. And try thumb and pinky on that side. Good. So now we're ready for the menu. So we're going to have you go just like that. This is a hand prioritization mode. It's going to tell us what we need to work on first.
That's cool.
So we're going to check exposed to a virus, left hip, left foot. So left foot first. Let's have you pop your shoes off.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Those are cool shoes. I'd wear shoes like that.
Yeah, we would.
So left,
Yeah, that one hurt.
which one's your left? I know mine. So we're going to check spring ligament first. Spring ligament, calcaneus, talus is O2.
Ooh, owie, ow. That bone on the outside is sore.
This one?
Yeah.
Alright, let's check that. Good. And then upper cross.
So the foot goes out and the knee and the hip.
Yep, foot goes out, knees out, hips out, L5 rotates all the way up to the top.
I'm trying to wear good shoes. Well, I do. I have to.
Alright, so we percuss, this loosens up the muscle.
Wait, hey.
And then if I turn the knee this way, if I turn it this way,
Good.
just like that, and then this leg's gonna go down, foot, ankle, knee, good, and then we're gonna go apart like that, and together, and apart, and together, apart, got it, good, hip, sacrum. Alright, so let's have you lay on your stomach. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna check hip, sacrum this way, and that way. And if the sacrum's out, L5 is usually right there. And we're just gonna stretch.
There it goes.
Take a deep breath, let it all out. Alright, when we take a deep breath, we're checking for the ribs in the back. When you take a breath out, that's checking ribs in the front. So you got some ribs out in the back. Yeah, right there. Turn your head to this side.
I can barely turn.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this hip and kind of stretch you out a bit.
Yeah,
Just like that.
that works.
Alright, let's have you sit back up.
That's a good kind of pain. It's so stiff, but it feels so much better after you fix it.
Towers. Just like that.
Suppose there's emotional stuff attached to that?
It probably is, we're gonna figure it out. But before we do it, I'm gonna put you back in place, and then we'll check for the emotional component.
Okay.
It'll be more accurate.
That's cool.
Just like that. Good. Good, now, you're back together, right?
Yes.
Take a deep breath. That's back ribs, exhale. Front ribs, good.
Didn't know that.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to check you for an emotional component. Thought, instinct, emotion. How many fragments? 1, 2. Just one fragment. 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 1. Before we look at what 12, 1 is, let's find out is this your emotion, right? Is this your emotion? It's not. It's somebody else. Yeah, it's somebody else's emotion. 12, 1. is overcritical. So you're being sensitive to someone who's being overcritical. Concept original event, when she experienced that. Birth to 10, 10 to 20, 10 to 15, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 years old. This is when it started. And it has to do with
Somebody being overcritical?
being overcritical, and then what happens is you subluxate because of that.
Probably my father. Let's try that one.
Yep, we checked dad. Yeah, what's stressful about dad?
Oh, he was very critical.
Yeah, what's stressful about his criticisms?
I don't know, they shoot at your self-esteem. I mean, you're a young kid growing up, and that's your father, and you want him to love you and accept you no matter what, and he's overcritical. And some days you feel like he accepts you, and some days you don't,
Yeah, and sometimes he doesn't.
right?
What's stressful
You
about
have no
that?
stability in your life.
How about the idea that you don't have any value?
Yes, that too.
Now say,
I'm
I
sure.
have no value.
I have no value.
Now you want to see something cool?
My body believes that, huh?
Your body believes that. Say, I'm a woman.
I'm a woman.
Say, I'm a man.
I'm a man. I'm really trying to keep that arm up.
So your body believes that you have no value
Wow.
as much as it believes it's female.
Wow.
So I want you to feel that. I want you to really think about that. Visualize it. Remember it.
I remember it.
Yeah. And then there it shorts out.
Yeah.
Now all I have to do is find an emotion or find an organ,
Okay.
and it's going to be heart. So this hand's on the heart, the other hand's going to go on the head, just like that. And I really want you to feel that feeling of not having value. You notice it's those three spots that always
Yeah.
go up.
Yeah? Is that common on a lot of people, those 3 spots? Or is that just
Yeah,
my
it's very
specialty?
common.
Okay.
All right, so I want you to feel that thought. All right, let's measure it for stress. 0 is no stress at all. 10 is your worst nightmare. Anything past 10, you withdraw. And,
Yeah, intolerable.
yeah, it's intolerable. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right now it's an 8. Probably was higher than 10 before. So this hand's going to go right back on the heart, and the other hand's on the head. And then, now, when I have you concentrate on that,
Mm-hmm.
not having any value, if an idea pops into your head, some memory, I want you to stay with it, right? Good. Now we're going to repulse it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it went from an 8 to a 4, and then we're going to do the correction all over again.
You want to hear the memory?
Nah.
Okay.
Alright, so it was a 4, and now it's a 0.
That's okay.
Now, how hard is it to concentrate on that now? It's harder, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's got
like
less charge?
Yeah, it doesn't mean as much when your brain runs over that memory now.
Yeah, exactly. So now we're going to check heart, TBM, natural healing. And we're going to check Randy, Dominique. So Dominique, so we have some Dominique vials in here. And we're just going to check to see if those are it. Nope. And then we have Dominique vials right here. And we're going to check to see if it's this. And then we're going to check here, 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 and here. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So we take this one away, and I'm just going to put it over there. And so we have our vial. The vial is called reparenting.
What's that mean?
That means it's going to remove all the mistakes Dad made.
That'd be wonderful. Oh my gosh.
Might take a few times to run this.
Yeah.
All right, so we check it. Is it a complete statement? And it is a complete statement. And then we're just going to do T8 again. Just like that. And then we're going to check one more time. So we're just going to let that run.
So tell me about the emotional component and how it affects the body. So something happened when I was 13. He was
Yeah.
overcritical of me.
Yeah, there was an emotional trauma. And then what happens is you're remembering the emotional trauma, but not consciously. You're remembering it subconsciously through vectors.
And a vector is...
Let's say that your father was super, super critical. He was really unhappy, and it was in a blue room just like this paint, right? So what happens is you're not consciously thinking about your dad
Right.
traumatizing you. But when you see that blue paint,
My
subconsciously,
body remembers?
subconsciously it remembers. Now imagine if it's a severe trauma, like a rape,
Right.
or you witness someone die. That's PTSD. It's
Right.
like I'm remembering things, but I don't know I'm remembering it.
And so the back goes out or organs get sick or something because of that?
Yeah, the organs get out of balance, and then the brain tries to communicate with the organ through the vertebral column.
Oh,
So they subluxate, just like a circuit breaker box in the basement.
that's awesome.
And so to fix it, you could go to a chiropractor and he's gonna see your spine as nothing more than a skeleton, and that's it. Well, you're more than a skeleton. Matter of fact, your whole entire body is your brain. There's no difference between
no
your mind and your body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just like a short circuit, and then I have you concentrate on the trauma, and I do the adjustment. Works 10 times better.
Okay.
It stays put. That's why I get good results. And then we check to see, and it ran. So we ran, reparenting, and we're gonna go back, and we're gonna see if there's any other valves. Not that.
Tell me what the vials are you're checking.
The vials have water in them, and they're programmed to do specific things using a radionics machine. So the water's charged, right?
So which ones are these?
These are Dominique de Rocher vials.
Okay.
And now we check the vial, and that's the vial we want to run. This vial is called Awakening Instincts. So now think of it, if your dad was
Overly critical.
sometimes he is, sometimes he's not.
Right.
You're walking around, sometimes I have values, sometimes I don't, that kind of thing.
Yep.
This is an awakened instinct, so you have more data coming in to know that you're doing okay.
That it's not just relying on his opinion or action.
I'm kind of thinking to myself that it's really possible that you walked on eggshells with this guy.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's the way I describe it too.
So now we're going to turn on the instinct so that you are better aware of what's going on in your environment and you're not triggered by blue walls or...
Right. Or whatever it might be.
And it ran instantly too.
So it can be if you're around another person that's overly critical, your body's going to interpret that just the way it did at 13 when it was dad.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like here's the day you were born, here's today. Here's 10, right? There's over criticism, and now somebody criticizes you today, you remember those old criticisms.
And feel like I have no value.
Exactly, and you fall apart. Now when this gets really bad, right? People who are saying I have no value in my head, they treat themselves that way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's why they have to pull into McDonald's or Burger King, because they have to feed themselves food that they know is not good for them, but they don't have any value anyway, so.
Or they hurt themselves.
Or they hurt
All
themselves.
kinds of different ways.
Young kids cutting themselves.
Yeah.
Why not? They have no value anyway. And they don't know what's happening.
That's what their subconscious is telling them.
Yeah, they have no idea that's going on in the back of their mind. They have no idea.
And they probably don't remember where it started.
No.
But that's how you find it then.
And here's the other thing that they don't know, is that their stress is from 0 to 10. Anything past 10, you can't process it. So imagine if you're angry about your upbringing and it's up to an 80, so it's 8 times more than your worst nightmare, and then somebody makes you angry. What happens is all 80 units come out and you start breaking things, or carving things into your arm, or doing stupid things.
Yeah, and you don't even know why.
And you don't even know why.
And you can't stop it.
And you can't stop it.
Huh.
Unless you learn something new. Let's say you met a man who treated you like you had value.
Yeah.
Then things would be different. It would be hard. But it could work.
It would help.
So now, we did the vial, or we finished with that vial, yeah. Heart, TDM, natural healing, NET, MFTA, RTC, RA, armor. Alright, so armor. True self, mental love, trust, emotional, physical, healing, instinctual, skeletal, faith, immunity, femininity. Femininity, what about femininity? Is it feminine resilience, strength, endurance, breaks, control, performance? Performance, feminine, performance.
Where's this one going?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. feminine performance, ability, concentration, rest, help, memory, protection, will, the guilt that goes along with your femininity, the thought that goes along with your femininity, the quality of your femininity, and finish. So when it goes weak, I'm finished, that's your body's way of telling that I'm done with that. So now we're going to go back and we're going to check tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I say structural, physical, physiological, mind or spirit, stream of consciousness, outside stress, inside stress, damage, injury, trauma, confusion, morphic field, your external life, decompression, confrontation, hidden autonomic dysregulation, heart wall, mental, emotional, instinctual, physiology, volitional responsibility, living presently, compressor, condenser, diet, ego, metabolism, finish. So now we've finished with the knee and the foot. Now we're going to go back and we're going to say, okay, let's go on the virus. First of all, we're just going to ask your body, you've been subjected to a virus of some kind. Your body says yes. So now what are we going to do about that? Is that a structural or a physical issue? Is it physiological? Is it mind or spirit? Is it stream of consciousness? Is it an outside stress? Is it an outside stress? Is it sugar, geopathic stress, and immune challenge? And there it is. So you have a virus right now. Of course, I can't say that, but
If you had to guess.
if I had to guess. It's funny, I can tell myself when I have a virus, I just can't tell anybody
Well, I
else.
believe you.
So bacteria, fungal, virus, here, it's a flu virus.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. Well, whatever.
So what we're going to do is we're going to harmonize with it.
We're gonna make friends with the virus?
Yep. That way there you can get rid of it.
Okay.
Okay.
You can only kick out your friends.
So here we go. We're strong, or weak, liver. This hand's going to go right on the liver. Good. Keep on holding that. And then I'm going to make 3 corrections. T2, T5, T8. And then that arm can go to the side. And then we're going to say long, and we're going to say short. And we're going to check poison, universal allergy, and toxicity. So we're going to take 5 fingertips right on the bottom of the sternum. Keep
How's
holding
that
that.
tie in? Toxicity.
Yeah, it means what's going to happen is I'm going to adjust 3 vertebrae on your back, and your body is going to detox the virus. And it does it at a pace that it can tolerate.
Okay.
So you're not going to have diarrhea or vomiting unless it's an emergency.
Helps the body get over it faster.
Yeah. Now, I've been practicing 23 years.
Wow.
I've had 2 emergencies. Both of them were dying. One was in hospice, one had 6 weeks to live.
Well,
And they had diarrhea.
yeah.
Yeah. So now, are we finished with that? No emotional component, no thought component, no gut instinct component. Are we finished with that? And we are. Now, just because I'm a curious cat, right? We can check to see
Supplements?
if you need some echinacea.
Yeah.
And so we do, we need echinacea, we don't. How about some angiographis? And we don't. How about some albizia? And look at that, albizia.
Albizia helps with viruses?
It's good for allergies too. 0, 1, 2, 1, once, twice, just 1 pill a day. So we dismantled the virus, body's taking care of the virus.
How many albizia again?
Just 1 albizia a day.
Wow. Well, this is easy, but I do think we were catching it right at the beginning of it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As soon as I heard the 2 little kids I had taken care of had a virus, I thought, well, we'll wait and see. And this morning, I could tell.
So now are we finished with that? And we're going to check heart, TBM, natural healing, anti-TM, FDRT, CRA, armor, Brio, reboot, chiropractic, finish. So now we're finished with the virus. So now what we're going to do is we're going to see whatever else your body wants.
Okay.
Because everything that you came in with, we fixed
Right.
it already.
Right.
And so now we're going to check anything else. Structure, physical, physiological, mind or spirit, stream of consciousness, outside stress. And is it sugar? And it is sugar.
Yeah, told you.
So your sugar's off. No, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, 2:40 in the afternoon. So your sugar could be off because you're hungry.
Yes, because we had a very light lunch. I would agree.
Your sugar could be off because you have a low self-esteem.
Oh,
Your sugar could be off because you eat too many refined sugars.
don't
So-
tell anybody.
So let's have you lay on your back and I'll fix your blood sugar. it's blood sugar. Go ahead and hold this leg up real strong, and we check, and it's nice and strong. And then we check here, and it's nice and strong, and then squeeze your arms together. And look at that. You've passed all the blood sugar tests. How is that possible?
Stumped you.
No,
I don't know.
I don't get stumped.
You
If I
gotta
get
figure
stumped,
it
there's
out.
something seriously wrong.
Oh, don't say that. You're not stumped.
No, I'm not stumped. So now I want you to feel criticized. Yeah, I want you to feel criticized. And look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Then this leg, feel criticized. All right, so that one's so strong and squeeze together. Good. And then feel criticized, and your blood sugar goes off.
I'm really trying to keep that leg up.
So now, before I do that, before I do the adjustment, I want to show you something. These are symptoms of blood sugar imbalances.
Well, you read. I don't have my glasses.
So there's 45 of them,
Let's see how many I've got.
but when you're being criticized, just think about mood swings, episodes of agitation and temper, easily becoming upset, disoriented, depression, bursts of violent behavior, attention deficit, memory impairment, crying spells, panic attacks, nightmares, constant worrying, sensations of impending doom.
I've had a lot of those. Not all of them, but some of them.
There's a lot of emotion when your blood sugar's off. So when you're getting criticized, this is your left leg, by the way, so this leg is the hypoglycemic leg. This one is the
And
hyperglycemic.
I've been diagnosed hypo.
Yeah, so as soon as you're criticized, you go for the sugar.
Which you can't avoid in life. You're gonna get criticized.
Yeah.
You get up in the morning and go out, you're gonna get criticized. So what am I gonna do?
All right, so hold that just like that.
Okay.
While you're holding that, I'm gonna stimulate C5
Okay.
for about 20 seconds. Now, that leg was weak to begin with, right?
Yeah. So
So-
how does this fix it?
It's a mystery.
Well, you've gotta solve it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, because that leg was already weak, and you're holding it up for 20 seconds. Should make it weaker, right?
You would think so.
Yeah. Yeah, there's about 20 seconds, and then we hold. Look at that.
How is that related to that?
No idea.
Okay.
I think what it is that one of the muscles that holds the leg up is connected to C5 somehow.
Yeah, because when you started it, you could tell it was tender.
I used to know, but I don't remember exactly. And
It
now-
works anyway.
And now blood sugar. You notice your arm is stronger now than when I
Yeah.
first started working on you.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least 15,
And I
20
didn't even
minutes.
have lunch.
So we're going to check heart, TBM, natural healing, NETM, TRT, CRA, armor, Brian, reboot, chiropractic, and finish. And then we're going to go back to see if there's anything else. Tier 1, structure, physical, physiological, mind or spirit, stream of consciousness, outside stress, inside stress, damage, injury, or trauma, confusion, the morphogenic field, your external life, decompression, compression, confrontation, hidden autonomic dysregulation, heart wall, mental, emotional, instinctual physiology. And look at that. Boom. All right. So
What's this about?
this is about. Think about your digestive system.
Okay.
You eat food, digestive system breaks down the food, you metabolize what's good, leave behind what's bad. Imagine having an emotional digestive system.
Okay.
You know, am I metabolizing my emotions? Am I breaking things down and absorbing what's good and leaving back the bad emotions?
Right.
That's what we're going to measure. And so the way I do it is I just do like a claw over the gut,
Okay.
and then we measure for emotional digestion, and we check 0, 1, 2. So you're on at 20%,
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. And then I just tap on L5.
See, I hadn't even mentioned that to you, that the gut was messed up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And then the drain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So we got the emotional digestion back up.
Wow.
So basically what we were having is emotional indigestion. Yeah, does that make sense?
There is no Pepto-Bismol gonna take care of that.
Oh. All right, heart, TBM, natural healing, NETM, MFT, ART, CRA, armor, Brian, reboot, chiropractic, finish. And then we're going to go back and we're going to figure something else out, right? Structure, physical, physiological, mind or spirit, stream of consciousness, outside stress, inside stress, damage, injury, trauma, confusion, the morphogenic field, your external life, compression, confrontation, hidden autonomic dysregulation, heart wall, mental, emotional, instinctual physiology, volitional responsibility, living presently, compressor, condenser, ego, diet, metabolism, and finish. So now you notice off my menu, we went finished on the solution, and then we went to look for another thing to look at, and it went finished again.
Right.
That's your body's ability to say, don't work anymore, you're done.
That's amazing.
Because if I continue to work, which I would be happy to do, your body would get confused and the corrections wouldn't work as well.
That's amazing.
So I've written down the word finished on both, so that it gives your body an ability to tell you when I'm done. And now what I'm going to do, and this tells me that I'm done, that's 2 times, and now I'm going to save it. And I just tap on T8. And look at that.
So the criticism and the hypoglycemic, that's all tied together.
It's all tied together, yeah. All I had to do is have you feel, criticized. And
Yeah, it didn't even really have to even happen.
Yeah, your blood sugar went down.
Thank you for not yelling at me because it probably would have been
Right.
much worse. Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, so we're gonna take 1 Albizia.
Do we have supplements that help the blood sugar stay
Yeah, we do.
stable? Because this has been a problem all my life. Well, so's the criticism evidently. Since being a kid.
There's a matter supplement that helps with blood sugar. It's called Gymnema.
Oh, never got that one.
And then we check, and you don't like that one.
Okay.
And then there was another one called Bioglycoside
Yes,
Forte.
I took that for years and it seemed to work, but for some reason got away from it.
All right, so you remember taking it, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna take a capsule, 2 capsules, 3, so 2 capsules once, twice, 3, so 2 capsules twice a day. So I'll write that on there too.
Thank you. And if you don't have that on the shelves, we can order it?
I have some.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have some of that.
Okay, thank you. So we're all done, huh?
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.